Hi, this is Jeff Browning with Haven Home Buyers. So you have a fixture property that your client wants to sell off market and you're looking for an investor to buy the property, and you may be getting a bunch of offers right now. So I have four main questions that you need to ask when considering these offers. First is a small earnest money deposit. Industry standard is 3%. It can go up to 10%. We do 10% quite often, but if it's less than 3% or if it's a dollar amount, that's a big red flag. They may not be your cash buyer. Number two, long escrow period. So in the long escrow period, usually when us investors sign a contract, we want to close as quickly as possible. This market is uncertain right now and we need to move quick. So if it's more than 10 days, that's a huge red flag. They may be looking for another buyer and they may not be an actual cash buyer. Number three, and this may be the biggest one, the assignable contract. So you need to read through the contract and see if it says assignable, assigned to, assignee. If there's any sort of language like that, they are not your cash buyer. They are going to go out and they're going to shop the contract around and they're going to find a cash buyer like us. So they sign a contract with you, they put it in an email, they send it to us, they put a little margin on the top of it and say, hey, do you want to buy it for this price? A lot of times it does work out. Yeah, it's within our buy box, but that means that whoever you sign the contract with is not an actual cash buyer. They're called a wholesaler. So look for the assignable word in the contract. Finally, number four, failure to remove contingencies. If somebody has longer than 10-day contingency, they're probably shopping the contract around to a true buyer like us, and they are not a real buyer. Additionally, you have now signed a contract with somebody. They may be asking for additional showings. They say, hey, I just need my contractor to stop by. Hey, I just need my partners to stop by and check it out. They're going to set up a few more additional showings. That is a huge red flag. They'll say, hey, I need my contractor to stop by, and they have contractors at Range Rovers and Teslas showing up. Those are the real cash buyers. You may be working with a wholesaler at that point. They are not your buyer. They're out there looking for a buyer and they're looking for a margin in the middle. They're dragging their feet on putting the EMD in. A lot of these people who call themselves cash buyers actually don't have money. They sign a contract with you, they send it out to us, and then we give them the EMD, and then they additionally use that money to put it into escrow with you as their EMD, and then they double close on the deal. Or they assign the contract. That means they don't have the money and they're waiting for a true buyer to give them the money as they can claim it as their EMD. Was the offer written on the residential purchase agreement, the RPA? If so, you need to check out section 3K. And if that box is checked, they, by law, have 17 days to find another buyer to buy that house. Finally, are they renegotiating the deal? A lot of times it's a bait and switch. They give you a price that everyone can agree on, and then they come back at the last minute and they renegotiate much, much lower. Your client has probably already moved on to another house. Their escrow is contingent on this escrow. Wholesalers know this. And so they come back at the 11th hour and they say, hey, I need a $50,000, $100,000 price reduction or we can't move forward. So the renegotiation, huge red flag. Not to worry, because Haven Home Buyers is here. Our phones are always open. If you do sign a contract with somebody else, no problem. We're here to answer questions. We can help you review contracts. We can help you through this process. We just want you and your client to have the best possible experience. But if we're just a resource for you to have the best experience with your client, we're totally fine with that.